Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more TerraTech. As you can see, I made some small improvements to my my vehicle. We've gone to kind of the small geocorp uh things. I can still kind of connect. I have 4 solar panels in there now, so I can still uh set up and get to the ground there, which is helpful. I do have a lot of these guys open. So I'm gonna go ahead and start heading towards some of these. Uh, Captain Mike. Uh, yeah, they're all pretty far away. I've been slowly traveling and just kind of finding different stuff to do and just generally collecting parts and ran into a few invasions. Nothing too crazy. I have upgraded now to where I have an SVU on the back of my vessel. So instead of having to drop it, because that's the biggest problem is dropping that thing every single time. Uh, the next thing I'm kind of looking for, I need to start getting better future open. The better future has a sky anchor, which will anchor from pretty much any angle on any surface, and has a lot more distance than the other anchors do. So it makes it a lot easier to anchor your vessel. And then once you do that, you see, like right now, like trying to get it, I have to be on fairly flat ground for the anchors to be able to grab, because it's I'm getting towards the edge of uh, the distance that they can connect. So if I'm on a bit of an angle, they won't connect. So they do that little thing where they do that little uh, bouncy bit there and keep me from connecting. So, and that's really the big problem with that. I have noticed that it seems they've increased the distance that they'll grab. They do seem to be a lot more forgiving than they have been in the past times I played the game. So that I'm thankful for. Uh, it still says, there's, bigger's not always better uh, a tooltip. So I've tried to start building a larger ship. Uh, Working on that. I need more parts to do it. And part of getting more parts is just doing missions. So we will continue to kind of do those where we can. I don't have a radar on this thing. How do I not have a radar? There you go. Now I have a radar. Oh, the little things you forget. But I kind of have that SU in the back. It makes it a lot easier to hoard items. Uh, Being able to kind of pull up, just spin around, hit a button, and kind of do what we need to do makes it a lot easier. I mean, the one that's got red sparklies on it. And I did notice all that these things. I had one of them actually hit my ship, uh, and it seemed to work okay. Now with this guy here, what you want to do is you want to get the little bar there in the center, kind of through. uh, through the or into the red mix. So, but also I have do this, and I go to a scene. A long time ago, I have this guy right here. And you see, we got 3 of them working. So this guy was a one I got from the Steam a long time ago. And then I think it so if I back up here, it should basically feed itself if I remember right. Give it a chance to kind of work. We'll wait on the race against time. The venture stuff I'm not super worried about, so it's not picking it up. Should be picking it up, but it's not. All right. Maybe it was a different one I had. I know I had one that would basically drop the or drop the items, pick them up, uh, manufacture them, and then sell them. Which was glorious. So I've got a lot more things on the top. I've been buying SUs. I've been buying nothing too major. Mostly I bought a bunch of SUs. Having a spare SU around is usually a good plan. Um, I always worry about, especially when I put an SU on my ship, uh, having it destroyed and then not being able to replace it, because the SU is pretty important. Come on, so we'll just spin around here. Go ahead, latch in. Make sure we since sun's coming back up, we'll go ahead and fill up our power. Eventually, we'll get the mobile launcher stuff, and once I get the mobile launcher stuff, we'll throw a couple of those on here, and then that'll make it a little bit easier to get money. Not that I plan on buying a lot of stuff. It's just nice to have a little bit of money, especially when you're trying to build crazy things. Go ahead and continue on to the next area. Sam Site Ridge. So there's a bunch of missions and things like that where you can go and do different things. I've ran into one yesterday where I was trying to get a base. I almost ended up losing my ship. They blew up a couple of these guys here, the the resource holders, and I ended up having to buy a bunch of them to be able to rebuild the ship, which sucks. If you do build some big ship like this, make sure you take a snapshot of it so that way you can make sure you can get it back, or you can rebuild it in case stuff starts getting blown off of it. So you can do that through the take a snapshot button, and then you can just load the tech. So once you have the load the tech thing, woo, the big boy. Should have had more shields, my friend. So you see here, this is probably going to be a problem. There you go. sometimes you just got to kind of move around a little bit till you find a place that actually works. But I'm gonna anchor for a little while anyway because I need to get my shields back up. I want to upgrade to a kind of a geocorp build, but there's parts I need for that. That's the sky anchor is a big part of that build because you just need to be able to reach a little bit further down. You can do it without the sky anchor, and I have before. I may look at doing that again. And you see, I just grabbed that cannon since I only had the one cannon left, and this station was close. So I was like, I just grabbed the cannon. So I just dropped that there. We'll go over here. We'll sell all this stuff off. While we're here, we'll check and see. Craft your business. We'll accept that. Oh, there's better feature. Or back to the feature. Find the better feature. Tech. So actually, I want to do that one. Because we want back our better future. Because the sooner I can get better future, the better off we are. So we will abandon the SAM site, and we are going to go back to the future. So the better future tech is the flying techs, and I have usually as soon as I open them, I have a tendency to go down that path very quickly because well, it's better future. You get hover engines, you get lasers, you get there's so much stuff that's in better future that personally for my play style is so much better. The like I said, the Echo stop alarm. Echo stop alarm.
10 a.m. alarm stop from James's white Echo dot.
All right, we're back. All right, let's see. So this is better future. We're around no way lifting up, right? So this is that sky anchor that I want. So, and the reason you want the sky anchor is because it's tethered and you can actually tether from quite a ways away. So you want $10,000. The better future stuff is expensive. You do need to have some money laying around for it. Contact hashtag no refunds that do not reply. So we can get a couple of things here. So we'll go ahead and we'll go do Birds of Prey because I think Birds of Prey may open our license for Hawkeye. And Hawkeye is the military. You get weapons and stuff. Now it is possible to get weapons and to get pieces of text that you don't have license for. If we look in here, like if I go into my build menu real quick and I go down to like my weapons blocks, right? You'll look and see that I already have like Hawkeye machine gun, I have Hawkeye bayonet shotgun, Hawkeye railguns, and I have a couple of autocannons. And the reason I have those already is because I've ran into invasion techs. So the way invasion techs work in this game is if you play the game long enough, and especially if you are outside the the grasslands for too long, it will spawn this invasion tech around you. It'll be a big alarm. There'll be a circle in front of you that appears, and at that point, oh, geez. So here's a prime example. So I'm gonna load tech. I'm gonna go back to local, this guy here, and I'm gonna say, it won't let me swap it because I'm stuck in here right now. So basically, anything that got ripped off the front, I can do this, and then it should allow me to swap it. Well, I want to let me swap it. Swap current tech, right? So that way it will put my thing back in the front. So anything that's gotten knocked off, it'll kind of redeploy it. The only problem with that is when you do that, it can rip off your batteries, or it can replace your batteries, so you may lose power. But that way it'll put anything on the front that's been knocked off in combat or whatever. That's why it's important to take that screenshot every once in a while, especially if you make big changes to your tech. Now, I will say what I'm probably going to do is maybe after this episode, we will look at. Oh, that is not good at all. Oh, clicked out. That's good. So maybe after this episode, what I want to do is, yeah. So I'm getting pinged on the front there, trying to slowly lose stuff. I had to back up far enough to be able to get starting to get power back into the system. After this episode, what I think I may do is have an episode of kind of building something. I'm not sure if y'all want to see that or if that's going to do well or not. It's hard to judge that stuff sometimes. So I may take a little bit of time and try to do something like that. So we'll do that. We'll do swap current tech again. We'll go ahead and rebuild the front of our ship again. Go ahead, anchor back down. See if we get some more power in. Then we'll go back in. I really need more power on this thing. This guy is facing the wrong direction. I'm fine with that. And then you'll see that should give us our Hawkeye license. Yep, we got Hawkeye license from that. Go ahead and see if we pick up from here. Move forward a little bit. The items will get stuck on pieces of your ship or your construct here. So sometimes just moving forward a little bit and then letting them fall off and then picking them back up usually helps. I almost feel bad about destructing that guy, but almost. I picked that guy apart. All right, we got all those guys picked up. So the trick here is to kind of go through, pick apart the guys you can, build the licenses that you want apart or up. So we need to go back to a trading post, see if we can find some more better future stuff. I need to get better future stuff. There's a couple of parts of better future I really want. The Sky Anchor is probably the biggest part. If I can get the Sky Anchor, it greatly, it just makes me happier. It makes anchoring a lot easier. It makes being able to build land tech a lot easier. Obviously, being able to build a flying tech isn't, well, you can build a flying tech and then land it, but trying to get it to have a something that you can anchor on a regular basis without having the sky anchor is difficult. Uh, like it's good in the beginning to have to worry about trying to anchor with these other items and kind of getting used to that. Uh, but it's such night and day. I think after the SU, the sky anchor is probably the next thing that I'm like you have to have, or at least I have to have. But like I said, what I plan on doing afterwards is so we can go down here and you can go to say better future, and I can't buy anything for better future yet. So hover training, race. The problem is we're probably going to need a buttload of money. Because a lot of times, um, they'll sell us a guy to kind of complete these races. Because if not, we can't, like we don't have the ability to build a hover tank right now, our hover vehicle, because we just don't have enough pieces. So being able to get enough pieces to be able to do some of these things will be, really helpful. Um, so I think what I'll do is probably later today. I have uh, some stuff I got to do right after we get done recording this. But we will get. I'll do a little bit more leveling probably on for just getting some items, getting some different pieces, and see what are you skimming about now. Okay, I think this is. You need 6 rubber jelly and 6 plum bite ore. Stump them in. So I think plum bite ore is, those aren't as hard to find anymore. We just need to get. I think the rubber jelly comes from trees. So the plum bite ore, we specifically need to go find rocks that have like that silvery look to them. Like it's possible that some of this may have it and not have that. But I think, yeah, that's the rubber jelly. So I need the silvery ore. Bunch of rocks over there. I think we're still in the thing where I'm trying to destroy rocks anyway. So you'll notice with the larger tires, we are able to get over things a little bit easier. And the trick is to get to a point where we can actually use much larger tires. There's a little bit of plumb by. So I think that should be enough to do what we need it to do. Now all you do is just go find him again. So the plan will be to kind of work through, see if we can get some more pieces of the parts that we need. Definitely trying to get high enough into Better Future to get the Sky Anchor. Getting some of the mobile stuff from that also will be really helpful, like getting the mobile, well, not the mobile, but the different there's some different solar panels that we want to get. There's some different things like that. I have it, you just don't know how to grab it. I need more rubber jelly. Need more rubber jelly. Great. But yeah, so trying to do some of these things to pick up the different crafting facilities, pick up the different items that we need to be able to get crafting Mike to be able to play nice with friends. I think I only have 2 more. And just generally doing different things to improve our build for that stuff. See if we can find some more. Not what I was trying to do there. But you want to be difficult? Fine. We'll just take all this stuff with us. Thanks. That should give us enough to do what we need to do. And then once we kind of get over here and get Yahoo here building what he needs to build. Is that enough to do what you want, you jerk face? And then what I can do is I'll do this. I'll just do load tech. I'll do this guy here. I'll do deploy new tech. I'll just place that guy over here like this. And then what I'll do is just here, sell all that stuff for me, please. I think you have everything that you need. Are you kidding me? You need 1 more. Would you stop picking it up and put it on the dang thing? 2, 7. You have everything you need. I don't know why you're still complaining that you need other stuff, you jerk face. Yeah, you have 6 plumbite ore, and you have, unless you have too much rubber jelly. Oh, I know you need one more freaking plumbite ore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this guy off, we'll pick them back up. So we need to go find one more plumbite ore because I can't math. And then what I've done is I've just kind of got these things here close, and then we'll just have it sell stuff off for us when we're out running around. See if we can go out here and find one more plumbite ore at some point. And some of these things almost aren't even worth stopping for. But like I said, I'm a hoarder. And it's some of that stuff, it's hard to know what you're actually there to grab. Like those cannons there, especially in the beginning, are really helpful. The 3-pound cannons cause a lot of damage in the beginning, and as a beginner weapon are really nice. So if you can find some of them, especially early on. Okay, so he wants to do, that's the racetrack. All right, let's try to do. Let's see how much does he want. 65,000. Yeah, I don't have that right now. So I'll be back when I get 65,000. So I need to get 65,000 in order to build the track that we need. We need to find one more plumbite ore if we can. And in the beginning, it is difficult to get some of the resources you're specifically looking for, unless you just know exactly what they look like. And even if you do know exactly what they look like, it doesn't mean you're going to find them. So sometimes, even though this thing's on wheels and you would think that it's okay or easier to deal with, it's not. Do we still go back to the old drop the SU? The Geocorp anchored is a much larger area, so if you can use those, they're better. But they're weird because I want to say they're offset. Oh, there's Plump right. So what I may do in the when I kind of get in between episodes here is I may do some mining, see if I can build something to. All right, so we've completed our harvester. Anything good in there? Looks like we got a builder, another control tower. So I may set up some mining or something just to try to make some money between episodes too. Mostly because we need the cash in order to get licenses and buy vehicles from Better Future. a lot of better future is buying licenses and trying to or spending cash to get different vehicles. And it'll give you like a hover vehicle. It will give you things like that to make your life a little bit easier, so you don't have to try to build it. Especially because in the beginning, I don't have the parts to build a hover vehicle. 3 or 4 tires. Even though I think that you can technically do that course. Some of those courses you can do without a hover. All right, now that we have all the different parts that this thing actually wants, see if we can get this thing turned in real quick. Please. So basically, what this thing's going to do is it's a dirt wheel. So basically, what it's going to do is, since it needs to it needs items that are different than what it will actually send them through the refinery first. Resources skip the refinery because it didn't need them. And now it wants to build a hub wheel, right? And then you'll see that this one, because it needs stuff to be able to go through the refinery, you'll actually refine it. And then once it refines it, then it'll stick it back on the loop again. And since the first time those things didn't get it, it'll end up trying to make extras because it is going to request extra ones. So, and then if you want, eventually he'll be able to. The hub wheels are nice, especially if you're making a wider craft, because you can stick the hub wheels in the middle, and they'll help kind of basically it helps the center of your craft not to get high centered. Make your life a little bit easier. Make another hub tire. Now, the other thing you can do also is I can go here to this guy here, right? Click on, I want me drive it. Oh, it needs a hub. So, like, what I need to do here is I'll go into my build menu. I'll go to standard blocks or control blocks. I'll take a cab, right? I can stick a cab on here. I can go here. I can tell it to switch to tech. Once I switch to tech, I can do that. I can say advanced crafting, right? And I can save that, right? And then I can switch back to this guy. And then once I do that, then I can tell it to pick it up. And if I ever need to put that back down, I can. So now I can just go here and go, oh, I need the advanced crafting guy again. I can do this. And then I can go to point new block, and then it goes back down. So that way, if I do need to build that, or there's something out that you want to build, it's really easy to get those back. So, but with that, we're going to take off for a little bit. I'm going to do some mining and stuff. We'll do some item collection and see if we can get enough resources to be able to buy that the pest vehicle. And with that, we'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all be safe. Bye.